What up, y'all? Just want to talk about my day at work today. Um, well, first of all, before that, there was a lot of chemtrails this morning, and then it was cloudy tonight. And uh, Joe Biden says that weather manipulation is fake, but they sprayed the skies this morning, and then it's cloudy tonight. But at work today, first of all, this morning, I was hearing a bunch of cars screeching their tires at synced up moments. It was pull off screeching their tires. So I heard that a few times this morning when I was at work. And then on this one delivery, this guy's dog was walking around synced, like walking around me and like stopping walking synced and like walking, like I'm in this guy's garage doing a delivery, and this dog is like, it would like walk through the doorway synced, and it would like walk by me synced, and it would like walk and like stop synced and then start walking again synced, stuff like that. And it was like syncing up with this other dog that was outside barking. He was syncing up with this dog barking, like walking around, stopping walking, walking over by me and shit. And then he's like walking by me and he's just like, he's just like the happiest little dog too. It's funny, but like he's just like walking by me, like as I'm trying to like go through the door and stuff. Like he like come up and walk by me, like as I'm trying to like get through the door. And like right when I pulled up there, he's like walking up by me. So he just like kept doing it over and over, like walking around synced and stop walking synced, and like and he kept syncing up with the other dog barking. And then at this other house, they were like, they're like still building the house. So like there's always people outside working on the house. And they're syncing up with all their power tools and they're hammering and walking around me and shit. And then also they have their children in the house and they're syncing up on me, running around syncing up on me, meeting me synced up and shit. And then also they had this thing inside the house that was like beeping. I don't know if it was a smoke alarm, smoke detector, or like a carbon monoxide detector, or what it was, but it kept beeping synced up. It would just be like beep, and it kept doing it synced up. So that was that house. There's a lot going on at that house. And another house, I don't know. The other houses they're syncing up too, but like just people like in the house were syncing up. But like, yeah. And then every like, this is crazy. Like being on the highway, and it was just constant, pretty much constant cars driving by. Oh yeah, and then we came up to this roundabout on the way to a delivery, and there's this semi with a wind turbine with a like the big wind turbine blade on the trailer. And there's two of them. There's two semis with the wind turbine blades, and they're just rolling through the roundabout really, really slow. And they're pulling up to it right as I pull up to it. And so they're just like there to just like slow me down, which I wasn't in a hurry or anything, but like it's just there to slow me down. And just like I'm just sitting there at the roundabout for like 5 minutes. And then I saw 1,001 headlights. As always. And then I saw this yellow truck that like pulls up to the intersection when I pull up to it, and he's got a 223 license plate or whatever, or 322 or whatever. And it's like 3322 or some shit. And then what else? People just like walk up, like just to walk over by me, and then just like stand there and then just walk away, and like so it was just awesome. And then I went to this one town delivery. It was like a small town, and there's like nobody outside, and then there'd be like one car that sinks, or like there was like nothing happening. Like I'm standing out there, there's nothing happening, and I look over, and then there's a car and someone running up and another car all at once. but like it would just be like a couple at a time like that. Like it'd just be like a few people, and I was hearing some engine sounds too that I think were synced. But like whenever I go to small towns like that, it's like a couple of people are synchronizing on me, compared to like here it's like a fucking zombie horde. But then on the highways though, it's just always synced up. Except like today there was like this one stretch where there was no cars, like right before I got up to that roundabout where they drove out with the wind turbine things. Like right before that there was nothing, like for like a few miles or something. But like the rest of the day, and like every time I'm on the highway, it's just walking up sync. Just a parade of walking up sync. Walking up sync. Walking up. But yeah, there was this little girl stalking me today who was like a toddler. A toddler. And then I saw these people, like, as I would drive through the intersection, I see these people, like, walk up with their baby in their arms. Traffic gets stacked up when it gets behind one slow driver. It's no sync, buddy. What does that have to do with anything? What does traffic getting backed up behind a slow driver have to do with anything? Is that what I'm talking about? What world are you in? Lay off the meth. Walking up Sing Sing. Doo doo. Yeah, and in that video this morning, there was like 100 whiteys, like before I was recording too, and then like right at the start of the video, there was a bunch of whiteys. And there was also, like right at the start of that video, these birds that flew in front of me synced, like one flew this way and one flew this way. And they were flying over me when I walked through the alley, and then they did that right at the edge of the alley. And you can kind of see it on the video. Then there's that semi truck that honked at the start of the video. And he's like up the street from me. He's like far away from me up the street. And he honked when he drove out, and then he honked when he was right in front of me. I just heard a sound outside right now. I think it was a car door or something. I don't know. Sounded very synced though, whatever it was. So, I hear engine sounds outside right now. And I think a church bell was synchronizing. Oops. I think a church bell was synchronizing when I was out of town today on delivery. And the refrigerator just turned off, and I don't know what that was. Was it synchronizing with me, like starting to stir the pot? I don't know. It like turned on a minute ago when I was like in the bathroom. It synced with me all the way over here. It's like all the way across the apartment. And then my toilet last night, like I walk into my bathroom, and there's a doorway right here into the bathroom, and right when I walk up to the doorway, my toilet was like. So I don't know. I don't think anything else too crazy happened today other than just nonstop cars driving by and people just like walking up and standing next to me and walking away and like doing weird shit like that. And coughing. And like walking up see. And then I see a bunch of people outside tonight. And they're just like they're just all smiley as they stalk. Like they'll look over at me like with the smile on their face. So yeah, at that one house, like I kept going in and out of the house to like grab stuff. I don't want to say what my job is because I don't need to put everything on the internet. But I was coming in and out of this house, and like I said, they were making the power tools synced. Like every time I would walk in and out of the house, they're outside working on the house, making their power tool noises synced, and like walking around synced, and walking up synced. And then a plane flew over me when I went into the house. Yeah, like right when I went up to the house, this plane flew over. Oh, and then I saw a garbage truck drive by with like a construction truck, like a white truck with like a dump truck, construction truck thing. It kind of almost looks like a garbage truck, and like they're driving opposite directions simultaneous. So it was just interesting, and I saw a bunch of white and silver synced up with each other, white and silver, and black and silver, and red and blue. You see it all day, every day. And 1,001 headlights during the day. Why do so many people have their headlights on during the day? And why do so many people have one headlight during the day? And like all the way back from the last delivery, and I just heard his engine sound outside. And all the way back from the last delivery, pretty much the whole way back, there was this white SUV driving out in front of me, just like leading the way. And there's always cars like driving in front of me, stalking me, like that. And they'll usually have an 84 license plate or whatever. But yeah, there's this yellow truck that pulled up to this intersection. Like right as I pull up to it, he's like I'm pulling up to to the turning lane, the left turning lane, and he's pulling up to the right of me. I'm just driving through the green light as I pull up and stop. And he's a yellow truck, and he's got 2233 or whatever. And then like I'm driving up the highway, and I just see these cars coming up the street that intersects with the highway. I just see them driving up, like from really far back. I just see them driving up to the highway, and then they drive up to it right when I drive by it. Right when I drive by the street. And saw a bunch of that today, a bunch of cars doing that. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty much the norm. Just a bunch of cars, sinks. We're seeing color patterns. And then like I saw this truck just like I'm driving by this Starbucks, and this truck just comes around the building, around in the parking lot as I drive by the parking lot. He's a red truck, and there's a red car driving in front of me on the street that intersects in front of me at the same time. It was stalkered up day. I don't think I've heard any sirens today though. Not yet. There'll probably be some tonight, I'm sure. It's Friday night. I haven't heard anybody outside going, woo! Yet. Actually, last Friday, I don't think they did, but Saturday they did. But usually every weekend, Friday and Saturday, there's people outside doing the sync. Woo! Yeah! Woo! And be like, yeah! Woo! La, 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 la. They'd be like, sync, sync, woo! So, right now it's quiet. My neighbor was making sounds through the walls a little bit ago. That's why I was like, but yeah. I don't mind the dogs stalking me sometimes because I like dogs, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, dog? I mean, it's weird, but like, as long as the dog's not trying to like bite me or whatever. Yeah, people will be walking up with their dogs, and I'll just be like, hey, what's up, dog? And they'll just be like, uh. But yeah, I always see like little toddlers stalking me, and they'll just be like, have this smile on their face and shit. It's like a fun game to them, and they don't even know what the word stalk means yet. They don't even know that they're stalking probably. But yeah, it was really weird how that dog was just like robotically like he just like walk and then just stop, like robotically stop, and then just like walk. And he just stops walking as the dog barks. Shit's spooky. I hear engine sounds taking off. Yeah, it's spooky. They got these animals on remote control somehow. I hear the engine sounds outside. They're making the engine sounds. The public is allowed to monitor your brain and date whether they can read certain impartial subconscious thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Do they? Oh yeah, and then I pulled up behind this car that had my initials on the plate. It's like every time I pull up to the intersection, I'm pulling up behind a stalker, and then there's a stalker behind me or whatever. And a stalker to the side of me. And the stalker's out the front of the traffic. And a stalker here, and a stalker there, and a stalker everywhere. And walking up 6 feet. And someone was just in the hallway, and then I heard my neighbor cough, my other neighbor cough. There's a car turning into the parking lot as a white truck drives through the intersection. And then, like I said, in my video this morning, the phone in the grocery store always synchronizes. The phone behind the counter, the ring synchronized. And then that people will always be walking through the door synchronized, and it makes a beeping sound when people walk through the door. It's like beep beep or beep 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 or whatever. And it did it on the video this morning. And then I walk by the guy, and he's standing there, and he walks when I walk by him. And then there was someone blowing my nose when I went out the door. And then there was a phone synchronizing on me today at work too. And then people are always like getting calls on their cell phone synchronized, and like text messages or whatever. Like the ringtone on their phone would be synchronized. And then like this guy hung up his phone in front of me today. I was sitting in the parking lot in Walmart and in a car, and I was recording, and this guy walks in front of me and like hangs up his phone in front of me, and there was a car driving behind me at the same time or some shit. And then I was gonna mention this last night when I went live, but another thing that I always see, and that I have recorded numerous times is the see you laters. And like a lot of times, or like the last couple of times or whatever that I've recorded the see you laters, I predict it before it happens. I'm like, they're gonna walk away right when I walk up to the intersection, watch. And then I walk up to the intersection and they're like, see you later. And they always say see you later, or like a lot of times they'll say see you later. Like, see you later. And they walk away synced. And how many times have I recorded this? I can't even, I don't even know. Lots of times. People see you later, or walking away next as I walk by them, or hanging up the phone as I walk by them. Or answering a phone as I walk by them. My refrigerator's turned on. Don't really know who to synchronizing with. Probably me, like, stirring the pot and shit. And my neighbor coughed a minute ago. I hear sounds in the hallway now. I think. So, I don't think I got anything else to report about today, though. So, but that video this morning was walking up sync. That was walking up, walking up. Right on. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I think exposing it is important for sure, but like, I don't think it's ever gonna change up. There is engine sound outside. But I still think it needs to be exposed, though. And just so people are aware of what's happening in the world. But I'm not about to take it to court and be like, I don't know, man. But definitely, if I could take it to court and it could be used, I got some of the most blatant footage on Earth, and I break it down how they're synchronizing. So like, if I could take it to court, that would be cool, but because the entire town would be going to prison. But I can dream though. Yeah, I feel you. But I can't think of anything else to say right now, so I think I'll get off here. So, yep, that's the video. I'll probably be back on later tonight, maybe not. I don't know. Walking up soon.